remaining even when the old reflex returns. A word of stability, the voice of rest. Take another moment, not to look for something new, just to return to where you already were. It was said that your life begins within, that you are not what you feel, but the one who feels, that there is within you a stable place that does not depend on what you are going through. Then it was said that recognizing this place is one thing, and remaining there is another, that the inner place from which you live becomes your point of support. If these words have stayed with you, you may have already noticed something. Even after touching calm, the old reflex sometimes returns. Fear, urgency, the need to understand, the need to control. And this can be surprising, not because you failed, but because the habit is old. The body learned to react. The mind learned to anticipate. Attention learned to project forward. So when tension appears, the reflex is quick, almost automatic. But there is an essential difference now. You see it. You see agitation begin. You see the thought trying to take the center again. You see the emotion wanting to lead. And this simple seeing changes everything, because what you observe without merging with already loses part of its power. Remaining does not mean feeling nothing. It means no longer losing yourself in what you feel. You can feel fear without living from fear. You can feel pressure without becoming pressure. You can move through uncertainty without leaving stability. True calm is not fragile. It does not require everything to be fine. It remains while things are moving. When the old reflex returns, there is nothing to correct, nothing to push away, nothing to explain. You can simply not stand up with it. Stay seated inwardly, present, observing, breathing. And often, without effort, the movement settles on its own. Not because you won a battle, but because you did not accept the battle. Most people believe mastery comes from strength. In truth, it comes from non-engagement. When you do not feed agitation, it exhausts itself. When you do not negotiate with fear, it dissolves. And the more you remain, the more stability becomes natural. You no longer need to think about it. You no longer need to bring yourself back again and again. It becomes your starting point. So even when a thought arises, even when an emotion passes through, something in you stays intact. You are no longer pulled. You are no longer rushed. You are no longer scattered. You are here. And from this place, your words adjust. Your choices simplify. Your actions become clear. Not because everything is understood, but because you are whole. Stability is not a momentary victory. It is a quiet fidelity. It is built in those discrete moments when you choose to remain instead of react. So let this recognition settle, without effort, without ritual, without promise. Even when the old reflex appears, I remain. I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to defend. I stay at the center where peace depends on nothing. This message is not here to stop you from feeling. It is here to show you where to remain when you feel. Because the one who remains even in the middle of movement naturally becomes stable. And that stability speaks for itself. Breathe once more. Let space open. Before continuing, receive this gently. If you continue this inner path, it is not through discipline, but because something within you recognizes its truth. You are blessed in this quiet fidelity. Blessed for not rushing. Blessed for staying present, even in simplicity. May stability deepen within you. May you remember when the old reflex returns that you now know where to remain. This place is safe. It does not tire. It waits for you again and again. Move forward gently, stay available, and continue to remain. Stability